stations, all stations, all stations. Alpha for tower, Alpha for control, and Dark Star, sunrise, sunrise, sunrise.
Good morning, viewers.
I knew we could count on David.
Good job, that's Looney.
Alpha ground for board 3-1.
Board 3-1, this is Alpha Tower, correct?
Alpha Tower, board 3-1, we are 2 times agency on apron 1 center with information echo at 3005 requesting taxi to active runway 31 right.
Board 3-1, this is Tower, Roger, taxi Alpha and Bravo 3-1 right lineup and report when ready for departure.
Taxi Alpha Bravo hold short 3-1 right and report taxi report ready for departure. Board
3-1, this is Tower, you can line up on the runway and report when you are ready for departure.
line up and call ready for departure. Board 3-1.
Anyway, as I started saying, good day, hello, good evening, welcome to Flug, part 1, from, I think, right to left. I'm in an odd place, but in the flight we've got Torun, myself, Junior, and Donkey.
Three ready.
4 ready.
1 is arming.
Junior, I would like to make a complaint.
Say again.
I would like to make a complaint.
I'm arming while my motors are running because I forgot to load up before I started the aircraft.
That is not my complaint. Second mission running, we're missing pages from the checklist.
Okay, that's weird because I have them all. And I are from the same pack. So,
So I've got engine startup and then it goes straight to fence in, and we're missing all the after start stuff like autopilot channels, the chronograph, the ejection seat, taxi light.
oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm gonna ask you through it, so we can catch everything, and then I'll update those.
It's on the record. Griffin, just confirm ready taxi in turn.
One ready to taxi. 3.
4.
Hold down for tower. Griffin 9 a flight.
Griffin 9 flight, this is Alpha Tower, correct?
Griffin 9 flight is a 4-ship K-50s. We've got the QNH 763, but I missed the ATIS. It's in op for us. Apron 1 east, and we are requesting for the most expeditious departure that you can manage.
Griffin, this is Tower, Roger. The northwesterly most K50 isn't squawking for me. I see 4 K50s, and the most northwestern one isn't squawking. Please check your pattern.
Tragic, I'll get that address, stand by. Confess.
Alpha Tower, board 3-1, checking active runway 31 right.
Alpha Tower, Roger, are you ready for departure?
Board 3-1 negative, standby.
I think we're ready now, Griffin 9-2.
Roger. Tower Griffin 9, check Parrot.
Griffin 9, this is Tower Paradise Suite.
Roger, thank you. We are ready when you are.
Griffin 9-1, you're cleared for immediate departure from the apron to the north, and once you are established at 1500 feet, you are cleared on navigation.
Roger, we can depart from the apron. I believe it's 1-3 in use, if you could confirm, and once we are at or above 1500, then we're cleared en route.
Well, if the active runway is 3-1, right, so northerly departure shouldn't be a problem to you.
Roger.
Alpha Tower, board 3-1, ready and line up on 3-1 right, request Monza 1 departure.
Board 3-1, this is Tower, Roger, standby for the winds, because I just got up a running winds, 350 with 10 knots, you're cleared for the Monza 1 departure, and you're cleared for takeoff.
He's in the green.
Cleared Monza 1 departure, cleared for takeoff, board 3-1.
Two in the green.
4 in the green.
Roger, 2 has lead. The departure will be a pedal turn to the right, back to the hover, followed by a rotate 5 departure, and it's going to be a towering takeoff, please. Don't get caught on any lights. Towering takeoff and depart and trail. Everybody acknowledge.
Towering takeoff, 2 has lead.
Tower takeoff, 2 has lead, number 3.
Tower and takeoff, 2 leads.
Roger, Griffin, pedal turn right.
1.
Griffin, rotate 5.
1 rotating.
And 3 rotating.
4 rotating.
And 150 knots, climbing out and looking for 200 metres in the vicinity of the airfield.
Alpha Control, board 3-1, passing harbor at 2000 feet.
Board 3-1, this is Tower, Roger, contact control, now 127.1, goodbye.
Switching to control 127.1, board 3-1.
For the rejoin, I'm going to maintain 200 metres and about 180 in the HUDs.
$180, 200 metres, 1.
Not going well though, is it? Rusty, yes, this is DCS, you're quite correct.
Alpha Tower, knife 7, 1.
971, it's Tower, go ahead.
I would like to request taxi to runway, single ship, 8 and SIP at apron 3.
information, knife, this is Tower Roger, taxi Papa, and Hotel 11, and hold short 31 rights.
Taxi Papa Hotel 11 and wait short on 31 right. Knife 71.
Yeah, now 71, this is Tower taxi Papa, and then Hotel 11 for 31 right, hold short 31 right.
Tower Griffin 9er.
Griffin 9er, Tower that.
Griffin 9er, 4 ship K50s departed in parallel through on right. We're not going to make 1500 feet and looking for a left turn from our current position on track range 13.
This is Tower Roger. Any altitude between ground and 1000 feet is okay for me, and you clear the left hand turn.
Griffin, check left. Roger, check left on track range 13 and yeah.
1.
Oh, that's not the right button, is it, Ashilta? Good lord, don't do that. We were rolling out approximately 210 degrees.
Returning.
Two's going to bring the speed right back for you. I'll poodle along at about 130 until you guys have rejoined.
Sergey, speed 130.
130 firm.
Three in descent.
Say again, 3.
What's for number 4 and descending?
I mean, I'm feeling like this is going badly, but I don't quite understand why.
This is for confirm echelon left. Staggered left.
Staggered left.
Stagger left 1.
Griffin, fence in.
1.
On not in train. Verify outward and inboard pylons. Clear the system.
1, this is for you have gears down still.
Oops. Let's lock up that. Locked. No laser. Laser. Distance 2.8. Zoom in. Zoom out. Clear. Confirm LWS UV26.
1
Yes.
fenced
Yes.
in.
Abris
Griffin
Road.
9er, this
And
is
13,
Tower,
1300 to
space, you cleared for range 13 frequency, range 13 now activated, ground flight level 120.
Roger, range is activated and we're cleared to enter the range and push the range frequency. Griffin 9er. Oh, bloody knob again.
Hey, Griffin 9er, please file a flight plan next time.
I'll have words. Griffin, push 231, decimal 250.
One's pushed.
Four pushed.
3 is pushed and fenced in the green,
1300.
2 is in the green, about 1300. Wheel right, not below 100 meters. Caution the pylon lines.
1.
3. Not below 100.
4.
Okay, number 3 will leave the Foxmark frequency for 1 and 2 to communicate. I will use Victor frequency for internal communication and instructing. As of now, we're past the departure phase and we're beginning our movement to contact towards range 1-3, and now number 2 still has the lead for the movement to contact. Go ahead, establish a suitable battle position and begin your recon phase. Detect targets, as many as you can, and once you're done detecting, we'll switch to racetrack.
Roger, and so to confirm, number 1 is my wingman, confirm.
That's a firm.
Roger, 1 are you saddled?
1 is saddled.
Roger, we'll kick out the wheel and we're going to head roughly 300 degrees or so.
3 Victor check. On my communication from the Victor frequency, you can respond on the Foxmark. I'll be listening to that, so you don't have to switch frequency every time. And then give me a check on the response on the Foxmark from the Victor check number 3. Number 4, radio check on Victor.
4.
4, let's climb above 150.
150 above.
4, let's communicate on the Victor frequency for now.
1 saddle echelon left.
4.
2 second.
Saddle echelon left.
Echelon left.
So I just want to be able to see him, make sure he's with me. A little quick check to make sure he is actually ready to find the aircraft. I need to kill some lights, which I didn't actually do because we're still pretty close to the airfield. Deliberate action by me, but we are going tactical now. Done, done, done. This fucking track IR, I swear I'm going to actually just throw it in a bin.
You can shift formation as you wish. We'll orbit number 1 and 2 around them and assess their actions.
1 on visual you on my left side. Everything looks fine. You are cleared combat cruise, and I'm going to bring the speed up. I'm looking for a minimum of 190, and it's going to be nap of Earth across the water.
4 is trailing.
1 copies.
Bravo from Alpha.
Bravo.
Beginning air ingress now.
Bravo.
To say heading.
300. 1 report ready game plan.
1 ready.
1 Abris, there is a small spit of land pretty much left of our current track, and I'm just getting a distance for you now. Comes out of the main block, if you like, and we're going to go and approach that in the first instance. We'll set up there, and from there we'll start bounding Overwatch closer to where we believe the target area to be. So currently 3.9 kilometers to run, and we need to come left 10 degrees, 290. And Alpha's pushing nap of Earth.
Say again.
Alpha is pushing nap of Earth.
1.
I like the wave you move. Boom, boom, boom. No, terrible. I used to have 4 viewers and then I took an arrow to the knee. No, that's not it either.
Okay, so right now the spacing and the game plan, all that looks good, so you're well organized into what you're going to do next.
Correct.
No remarks here.
2.
Tuesday speed.
190.
And one, you're doing a good job having a wide, extended formation in a combat cruise. It's actually more like a combat spread, which is very good for an open space. And whenever you have a wingman flying like that in that environment, make sure you utilize that technique.
And Alpha, let's start slowing now. There's a slight rise as the terrain moves away from the sea. We're going to use that and start a bounding overwatch from there.
Inbound bounding overwatch, 1 slowing.
Thumbs, if you can remember how to make this fucking envelope disappear, I'd be grateful.
To confirm, we're hovering.
Bounding overwatch starts from cover, so we've got to find cover, so yes.
1.
2 is feet dry.
Say again.
2 is feet drying.
1 is feet dry.
You're not though, are you? And I've got some cover here. I'm going to keep a little bit of speed on just for some escape because the cover isn't great. If you want to start bounding from there, I'm in a position to cover.
Cover that, 1 will be moving.
Go.
1 moving.
Go.
So observe number 2 has the wheels down, which is very good when being in hover and up of the earth, just for the shock absorption in case you hit the ground. Bravo, going left-hand wheel.
2 targets, 2 buildings. My 320, 9.3 kilometers. They look like they are not a threat.
1 contact. One masking.
Okay, question from number 3. In this environment, what would be your weapon of choice for bounding Overwatch?
Who is the question directed to?
One is unmasking.
I think the answer is Vicar Junior.
Yeah, exactly.
1 cover.
2 moving.
Move.
Okay, Alpha, that was a really nice transition from traveling Overwatch to bounding Overwatch. You're doing very good.
Roger. 1, I'm crossing on your right.
One visual. One, this is 3 verify. Dust protector is on.
Mine's not. Good shout.
Anti-dust. Anti-dust on 1. Thank
2. Target. Collection of vehicles, approximately 335, 4.7 kilometers, all armoured. Standby data link. Griffin, check data.
1 received.
Two is masking. 3-4 confirmed data.
3 received.
4 received.
Roger, 2 declares this group armor 1, standby. One from 2. 1, we've little protection here. I want you to bound behind me to the right and come up in a position that is line abreast with me on my right. Acknowledge.
1 acknowledged and ready.
Standby. 2 unmasking. 2 cover.
1 moving.
Go. Two captures a separate group of vehicles. They're currently moving out in the open, slightly left of my previous target, approximately 3.9 kilometers from me. My 3304 vehicles in the open, all armoured. Track is west. Designate this group Armour 2.
Armor 2, 1 slightly left of the previous next line.
Three from 2. Griffin at 9-3, Griffin 9-2.
9-3.
Are we just reconnaissing at the moment, or are we able to engage?
Now, for now, gather target information. Now shift your observation to the west. Try to find strafe pits and the bombing circle with the container.
Roger, standby.
2, 1 is line abreast to your right.
Griffin, check data.
1 received position.
3 received.
4 received.
Designate this Posit 1. It's the last known location of Group Armour 2. They've currently faded from my sight.
Posit 1, 1.
One on visual, you help position that.
One target, bearing 320, 5 kilometers, 3 armored vehicles, tracking west, in the open.
Roger, likely Group 2. 2 targets, single armoured vehicle, 2905, 7 kilometers. It's slightly below terrain, you might not be able to see it from your position. Possible AAA.
Say again.
We've got 2 at 905 at 7 kilometres, slightly dipped in terrain. Got a single stationary vehicle in the open. Possible AAA. Oh, fuck off. Standby data. That's what I want to do, and then that, and then that. Griffin, check data.
One received threat.
3 received.
4 received.
One spotted strafe pits, standby data.
Yeah, 2's just captured the same, but send data. Posit 2 if able.
Say again, sir.
Declare that posit 2, please.
Strafe pit spotted, so 1.
One, make note, spot versus target call, so we use standard brevities.
One, are you sending data?
To confirm you wish data on positive.
Affirm.
Standby.
You still watching, Rusty?
One sending data link positive.
2 received.
3 received.
4 received.
And another target from me. 295 at a range of about 8 kilometres. It's just a convoy of stationary vehicles, which kind of means they're not a convoy. Declare this group other 1. Standby data. Griffin, check data.
1 received, other 1.
And 3 received, other 1.
4 received. Other 1.
1, 2.
Tagged on other 1.
Say again. One from 2.
2-1, I have contact on the same convoy you have just data link.
Roger. I think the only thing we're missing is the bombing targets. I don't think, given the terrain, that we can see them from here. I want you to cross behind me, so bound around my back, and establish a new position, probably 45 degrees in front of me, about 2 kilometres.
And 3, roger that. Okay, for the purpose of the training, drop the bombing pits. We don't have rockets, so we can focus on the strafe pits and the vehicles.
Roger. In that case, I think we're probably recon complete at this stage.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. That was very okay from both of you. Good calls,
Very okay.
good brevity, and good target calls. Also, that was effective target gathering. So you have substituted I mean, you have reinforced the data linking with the actual target calls and updates on target positions, so this is working okay. Make sure you demand that from the wingmen when you work with them. And then, right now, let's transition to a racetrack. The racetrack should be oriented towards the strafe pits, and number 1 still has the lead. Correction, number 2 still has the lead.
Roger.
And then once you have the racetrack established, you need a 3-point attack brief on the strafe pit with the gun pods. And that's, we're expecting low level with the pop-up.
Roger. 1, rejoin, line abreast, right.
Rejoin on a line abreast. 1.
And line abreast versus combat spread.
Sorry, yeah, combat spread right. Fixed wing habits.
Yeah, I know. I'm tracking. Just making notes here. This is no biggie. Those are minor things.
1 is settled on your right.
1 from 2, let's start advancing slowly. I'm going to orient us correctly. Strafe pits are going to be ahead of us, and we'll establish, when I call it, a sequential racetrack with you breaking off and me remaining hot. Acknowledge.
1 copies. 2, take note, the strafe pits are facing southeast.
Could you say again that game plan?
Game plan is this: we maintain the formation. I am going to position our section in a good position to basically line up on the strafe pits. At the call, we'll enter a sequential racetrack left, or peeling away to the left.
Okay, copy.
And 1 ready, report ready, even attack brief.
1 ready, game plan.
1, this will be a shooter-shooter pop-up track from the racetrack. You will target the left strafe pit. I will target the right strafe pit. Returning to the racetrack, sequential runs.
Shooter, left strafe pit for me, return to racetrack.
All correct, and this attack with gun pods, not with gun.
UPKs, to advanced ballistic setting for UPK.
As per the Book of Words, number 5 on the wheel.
1 has 5.
Roger.
2-1, I'm afraid we got separated.
Roger, I'll just come to a hover and mark with the dust. Stand by.
I have visual, I'm just 1 kilometer behind.
Ah, Roger, I'll slow up then.
Just ahead.
Currently 290, I'm about to check left.
1.
Racetrack. Two's popping up. Two off left.
One is hot, 260. One egress.
reconsolidate the section. So you should be entering the racetrack from a combat cruise, which is more suitable than combat spread. Combat spread is too wide to start the racetrack, and then make sure that you're marking a racetrack call somewhere in the middle of the intended racetrack, not at its crosswind leg. And then make sure that the crosswind leg, which is the egress actually, is no closer than 2 kilometers away from the target.
Roger, 2, rejoin. Correction, 1, rejoin.
On rejoining. To be advised, during the racetrack we egressed different directions. I may be crossing the upwind at this time.
And make sure the use of the flares is on the call. Basically, we avoid using flares for visual identification unless it's a real emergency or flight leads. Flight lead permits that.
1, I'm in your right, 3 o'clock, slightly low, about a kilometre.
2-1, I have had a minor ground collision, radar altimeter broken.
Roger.
Visual on 2.
Come and rejoin next to me, and let's just do a quick PDA. When you get here, point into the wind. The wind is from 3.5 at 0 degrees at 3 meters per second.
for 3, okay.
Crossing over you.
One, Abris reports navigation error.
Say again.
Abris reports navigation error.
Roger. Just sit still in the hover, don't move.
It still moves, it's probably switched to Anna.
Landing light's still on. Gun looks okay, Schval looks okay, wings look okay, munitions look okay, gear bay doors look okay. Everything looks visually to be alright. Have you got any other systems errors?
So far only radar altimeter and GPS.
3, what do you want to do? Continue or...
Okay, I'm gonna have number 1 knock it off and terminate the training. I need you to RTB, and then number 4 will replace number 1.
Will approach number 1. Say again?
You will replace number 1. Number 1 is to terminate due to damage to the airframe, and then RTB.
4 is rejoining number 2.
Number 1 alternative for you is to land at the warehouse for the range, which is your 12 o'clock, about 3 kilometers. And then you can switch for tower or vehicles, if you find that okay.
Second last.
You can alternatively land at the warehouse of the range, which is your 12 o'clock. And then switch for vehicles or range tower if you wish.
I don't have combined arms, so I'll go ahead and RTB.
Roger that. Okay, Ashilta, you're now number 1. Donkey, you're now number 2. And I'm still number 3.
1.
This is 2. I'm saddled on combat cruise.
Roger, I've not seen you. Are you on my left or on my right? Oh, visual disregard. Okay, so we're looking at posit 2. Just confirm that you're capture posit 2. It should be strafe pits.
Two has captured posit 2.
Roger. The attack brief is as follows. Shooter. 2 will attack the left strafe pit. 1 will attack the right strafe pit with gun pods from the racetrack, returning to the racetrack. Egress is left. Acknowledge.
Shooter, I'm taking left target with gun pods from racetrack. Egress in place.
Correct. And report ready to move.
Stand by, I got the crazy squall. Stand by.
Yeah, laser warning. Break left.
This is one. I have no Fox mic and no navigation systems whatsoever. I am pushing tower frequency for navigation assistance and RTB.
This is 3, copy that. If you need assistance from my ship, call me on the shortwave.
I mean 4.
1, this is 2. Are you rejoining me? I'm contact on target.
I'm trying to figure out why I got a laser warning in my ass.
That was me probably. My squall was moving all over the place.
Scared the crap out of me. Just hold position and rejoining you.
2, holding.
Okay, 1, I will need you to give me a racetrack, and from the racetrack then go ahead with that low level attack.
Roger. Correction 2, I'm gonna come around your back. I'm going to then line up with the strafe pits and we can set off in combat cruise.
2.
Just coming around on your right side now, report visual.
2 visual, gaining speed.
Let's go.
2.
And turning left racetrack.
Left racetrack.
And for clarity, the racetrack is sequential.
2 is extending.
1, popping up.
2 popping up.
I hope not, if you're cold. If you're cold, stay down. 2, egress left. 1 egress left, Jesus.
2 popping up.
You want to extend right a bit, I was off angle. Visual you.
2 is in hot, heading 270.
Cleared up.
2, guns. 2 is off target.
Good hits.
1 turning up.
Juice downwind.
1 popping up. One in hot. My heading is 270. Guns, guns. 1 off left.
2 turning hot. Two's in hot, heading 270.
Cleared up.
Two popping up. 2 guns gone. 2 is egress.
1 turning hot. 135% accuracy. Look at that shit.
Two's downwind.
1 is in hot. My heading 270 degrees.
2 is requesting a little bit, extending the racetrack a little bit. I'm thinking we're a little bit too close when going in hot.
Roger. 1 popping up. One gun. Off left.
2 is still heading downwind to lengthen the racetrack.
Yeah, roger.
Six clicks from target and heading in, turning in.
Visual.
Okay, so this is very good. If you have the data link ingress locked on the target you're attacking, then you can control the distance on the egress leg. And then basically for this racetrack, it was initiated very close, and then you've bled the momentum. You've lost the momentum basically on the attack leg. So what I would advise for is start racetrack away from the target in a standoff, and then at some point on the upwind leg just extend to attack, and then continue that racetrack.
Roger.
Right, you can terminate after this run, and then switch for diving attack. I will go low level. You can go above 200 meters. So you'll be switching for high tactics, and then do diving attacks on the same target with the gun pods.
1.
1, this is 2. Do you want me to cancel my in hot?
Negative.
2 is in hot, heading 270 and popping.
Cleared up.
Okay, for the attack clearances, you can either go weapons free status, then you can give as many game points you want, so it's clear that everybody's weapons free until you say your weapons tied or weapons hold. Or you can give like clear hot or clear to engage every time you pass the game plan, so you have better control over the fires.
I typically prefer doing this because there's less ambiguity.
Yeah, roger. I know when you're setting up for a longer engagement, you can just release the status, and then it's like a type 3 for chaos. It's just weapons free, and everybody understands that they can attack from now on. But also that implies they may attack targets you don't know about, or they're not in the priority spectrum.
Yeah, roger.
Okay, I will descend to low level to the north of you. I'm tracking your positions in the Ibris, and then you can climb above 200 and start working towards diving attacks. It's your choice whether you establish wheel overhead the target or continue in the racetrack.
Roger, I was running in, but I can knock it off. To elevator, let's go for 220 meters in the racetrack.
220 in the racetrack.
Two, new game plan, shooter, same targets, you shoot left, I shoot right. Egressing left again, diving attack, returning to altitude.
Shooter, same target, guns, egress left, same altitude.
Correct. One is in hot.
Two's turning in.
One's in with guns, 265, diving. One's off left.
Two's in hot. Heading 270. One, this is two. Can you say approx parameters when diving in, at which range and at which speed?
So, as we normally would, don't go below 200 meters a second. That's your tactical speed. You need that for maneuvering and for emergency escapes and so on and so forth. So, it's kind of up to you-ish. I kind of started a little bit late there. I think I started diving at about 2 because I was a bit enclosed from the attack brief. So, probably want to start your attack at about 2.5.
2.
Depending on the altitude from which you attack, because 250 meters is like pretty low still. You can attack from further away, so that implies less steep angle of attack, break. But for a really high altitude, like attacking from 500 meters, you want to go, you want to start further away, like 2-3 kilometers away. Whereas for such low attacks, for the diving, you can go even to 1 kilometer or closer. So diving attacks apply only for the permissive environment where there is no threat, and you want to maximize your accuracy on the target. So the closer you get, the more overhead you're from the target, the more precise your bursts will be.
One's at 6 kilometers, turning in.
1, this is 2. Can we try a little bit
4
higher
has
then?
touched down at Aldabra safely.
Say again, 1. 2.
1, this is 2. Can we try maybe 350 meters for greater accuracy?
4 has touched down safely
Yeah,
at
go
Aldabra.
big and start like 500 meters, so you can really exercise the diving. This is 3, thank you for the info. Have a nice evening, and rest well, man, rest well.
Oh, if you insist. Good night, guys.
And one's running in at 5 kilometers now and 500 meters.
Just to verify, number 2 is attacking the left strafe pit.
Affirm, number 2 on the left, number 1 on the right, one's running in.
Two's turning in, 7 click.
One is in hot, my heading is 265. One off left.
Good shot. One, what was your speed when you initiated the attack?
About 210.
Very good.
Two is in hot, heading 275.
Cleared hot.
Okay, I can see I offset the racetrack a little bit. We'll try to fix it on my downwind.
That's right, I saw it and step right, you're right.
Two is gone. Two is aggressive.
And terminate diving attacks.
One, terminate.
Two rejoining combat cruise. No, sorry, that's your order. Sorry.
I'm waiting for the orders from the from the training chief.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, set out the battle position in the southeastern portion of the island and expect armored vehicles moving towards your location. I'm looking for a hovering fires with Vickers on the moving targets.
Roger, to rejoin combat cruise. I'm going to track southeast, I'll keep it slow for you rejoin.
Two rejoining.
Two, let's descend.
Two is visual, rejoining.
Roger, I'm descending.
Descending.
And I'll bring on the speed.
Two is settled, combat cruise.
Roger. What we'll do, we'll keep the height coming off like this, we'll go feet wet, and then we'll do a 270-degree turn to the right, come into a hover, probably near this little loop of water that we're just coming over here.
Two, and beware your gears are down.
I know, because we're about to get very close to the ground.
Two, will do, same.
I'd rather run on and damage the landing gear than run on and damage the Schwal.
Exactly.
Don't know where he is. Very close. Checking right.
Two.
Increasing the overhead, 200 and above.
fuel state.
Fuel state is 650.
3's an adult, he can look after his own fuel.
Combat cruise on your right.
Roger.
One, are we on shortwave or Fox mic?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Either.
Okay.
I'm totally unopposed to the idea when we're operating in close proximity like this to one of us broadcasting on shortwave and the other broadcasting on Fox mic, and then at least we can speak over each other if it's urgent to interrupt. So I'm on shortwave. If you want to go Fox mic, I'm fine with that.
And if someone's listening in, they only get half of the information.
Well, more fool them for trying to eavesdrop. I'm in the hover.
2 coming to hover. Hover on your right. Cruise.
Visual. Just kick out to the right a little bit. I don't want us to both get taken out by the same threat.
Very good. Very good that you have control over the spacing and information. We have the tendency for the wingman to come close. So use extend, use kick out, or shift them left or right as you need. That's pretty good.
Okay, so excuse me. Our current position is fairly good. We've got the opportunity for a crash descent. There's some terrain ahead of us to protect us from any threats. Obviously, SAMs aren't necessarily going to be defeated by that little bit of terrain, but AAA and BMPs and T-72s and God knows whatever else are. So what I'm going to suggest is we're both going to pop up shortly. We'll have a quick scout, see what we can see, and then we'll come back down. Just obviously watch your descent in the hover that you don't enter Vortex Ring. Ready?
2's ready for pop-up.
Griffin, pop up.
2.
Okay, now I'm going to interrupt a little bit. You guys continue what you're doing. The section lead is to wait what he is doing and balance the effort. You can ensure a better security if you pop up with a single ship while the second helicopter remains in cover and observes for the threat if you're worried about it. Or use swing, but that will basically break the formation. So you have to cautiously wait which is better for you. You can expect targets inbound from the northwest and from the north.
Monitoring.
Normally, when you pop up 2 ship, both of you will be focused on observation. There will be little focus on security. So if you're expecting there's a SAM inbound or in the area, this may not be the best choice. Whereas popping up for 15-30 seconds and then remasking, so your wingman can do the same after you remask and establish cover, is pretty good idea as well.
This is 2. I have target 3 vehicles in the open, heading 270, 5 clicks. Moving east.
Roger, stand by. Where? 2. Purge data link.
2. Purging. 2 purged.
Why are you not purging? And to send a data link for that group you've just identified, designate this group Armor 1.
2 will go.
see him. I don't know where he's gone. Fucking track IR.
Data link sent armor 1. They're moving from that position towards us.
Data link received, and capture 3 vehicles. And confirm the range 4.5 kilometers.
Confirm 4.9.
Roger, looks like 3 armoured vehicles to me. Track is directly towards us. It's shooter with Vicar. Let's take you the leftmost target, and me the rightmost target first. Stand by.
Standing by, me left.
Correct. Attack will be from the hover and to the hover. Report ready.
2 ready.
And 2 engage.
2 rifle.
1 rifle.
Splash 1 AFV.
1 same. It's shooter cover on the last. 1 is cover. 2 is shooter. With Vicar from the hover. No egress. Shoot when ready.
2 shooter from hover, Vicar engaging. 2 rifle. Squall went off, re-engaging.
Confirm you capture, if not I can shoot.
Captured, rifle. Splash 1 AFV.
Tally splash, stand by. Capture a group of 4 armoured vehicles, looks like 3 tanks and a single AFV. Standby data.
2 standing.
Griffin, check data.
Data link received. Two has contact on 3 main battle tanks and 1 unknown vehicle. They are facing us in line formation.
They are, aren't they? Okay, shooter from the hover with Vicar. 1 will take the left 2 most targets, and 2 will take the 2 rightmost targets, and you can engage when ready.
2 shooter. I will take right 2 most targets from hover, egress in place. 2 is ready for me.
Read back correctly, top.
2 rifle.
Whoops, I hit the wrong button. 1 rifle.
1, this is 2. We got 3 vehicles between us, passing me right now. I'm relocating.
Roger, break left.
I'm breaking right.
Roger, that's fine. Displace.
Two is extending east over the ocean.
Roger, I'm tracking southwest. If able, data link that posit.
We'll go, 2. Two is turning around trying to gain target.
Wow, What happened there? These engines. No crown warnings, and Charlotte's fine. Landing gear can take that one.
Data link sent posit 3 Humvees in the open.
Why are all my autopilot channels off? Well, that'd fucking explain it, wouldn't it?
One, do you want me to rejoin you, or do you want me to stay here? I have 2 clicks to target.
Hold that position, I'm visual those targets, stand by.
Standing by, 2. Contact 2 more targets further to the west of these targets, 2 clicks. On the move, 2 IFVs.
Do it, wouldn't it?
I'm tracking them, they are moving fast.
I'm not visual them, I'm just dealing with these first 3 at the moment. You are cleared hot on that first group. 1 is cover, 2 is shooter, destroy all 3 at your discretion. In place egress.
1 recommend taking the other group, they are heading towards you very fast and are armed more powerful.
Roger, you're cleared hot on that group, then I'm gonna retrograde east.
Choose rifle.
Ready to check from number 3?
Lima Charlie, how many?
Yeah, I have you as well. Let's terminate for a second and grab training opportunity here.
2.
So the section was basically, the integrity was lost for the section, and then you should take a bit of more time and avoid that threat. Go to standoff and then reconsolidate the section as much as you can, and then re-engage the target. So your position has been overrun, enemy slipped through, and then what you should do, what would be the best to react for a close contact is to avoid it, egress from that location, then as I said, reconsolidate in a new location, establish new battle position, then reassess, re-engage.
Yeah, agreed. What you probably don't know is that I was busy fighting the helicopter, so as one of my observers on the stream has pointed out, I went below 5 meters and was stuck in auto hover, which killed all my autopilot channels, and so whilst trying to retrograde, I was also fighting the helicopter.
Yeah, okay. Just take your time. This is training, and then let's seize that opportunity. Let's see if we can establish new battle position and maybe work around the threats. I'll keep those targets moving, so you can take time finding new firing positions and then setting up a new game plan.
Roger. 2, let's cheat and go where they can't. Let's stay feet wet. Just retrograde about 2 kilometers into the water to the east in the hover, and then we'll evaluate.
2 in trail.
Roger. Hey Sylvan. Yeah, things are always this fun. You've actually missed a hell of a lot, so we did have another who managed to have a control impact. Oh, sorry. No, it was CFIT. He flew to the ground. And damaged.
Okay, the spacing is a little bit too close, but overall you're beaming the target, so this is pretty good. But you've chosen the trailing instead of going combat spread, because right now at any moment you can just turn left, go hover, and you're in a combat spread again, oriented towards the target. This is pretty good.
2 is extended.
2, let's come to a hover here.
2.
And 3 is Joker.
1 copies. Getting short on time as well, so let's just mop this up and then I guess we'll probably call it a day from there. 2, in the hover, pedal turn, 90 left, so you want to be looking about 300 degrees.
300.
Okay, Okay, so we know we've got some safety. If the flight comes under threat, we just egress further east. They simply can't follow us because they can't swim.
They are still 3.5 clicks from me from my last data link. So that's in range if it was the main battle tanks, right?
I don't know if it was main battle tanks. I've got targets just below the brow of the hill. 305 for 10 kilometers. Correction, for 4 kilometers. 3 vehicles moving. Track is north. You capture?
Negative. I'm captured on vehicles at stem 270.
Looking standby.
3 Humvees heading towards the waterline.
At 270. Wrong button. At 270.
Maybe it's my data links. Standby. Yeah, it's looked like 280 for me.
Yep, capture. Shoot a cover from the hover. Egress in place. You can pop up if required. Take the rightmost vehicle only. Shoot when ready.
Shooter, taking rightmost vehicle.
And 1 verified number 2 position. You don't want him shooting from behind you.
I'd kind of hoped he was on my left if he was in trail and we came to the hover and then did a 90 pedal turn, but you're quite right, you should have checked.
Yeah, I'm on your right now.
Wasted a Vicar, don't like
Yeah,
wasted
2 is ready to
Vicars.
engage.
Roger, the rightmost target is yours, mine's destroyed, I will take what was the middle target, so you shoot right, I'll shoot left.
2 is rifle.
1 rifle.
Splash 1 Hummer.
Splash 2. The previous group I saw slightly right of those a few minutes ago, and they were tracked north, so they're possibly evading. Might need to pop up higher, but let's search out the group.
And Griffin 9, terminate training. Good job. So you've successfully reconsolidated the flight for a final engagement. And now, just the final thing, we will command egress from the AO. So what you want to maintain still is security. Make sure you pull out 1 helicopter while maintaining the surveillance of the area with another, or making shackle turns from time to time.
Roger, so 2, we'll egress using travelling overwatch. I want you to remain on the outside of the landmass, so you feet wet and me closer to feet dry. Yeah, so it's essentially combat cruise, but stay on my left as we egress. Travelling overwatch, you slightly higher than me, acknowledge.
Acknowledge, traveling overwatch slightly higher than you, over the ocean to the east.
Roger, our track is going to be roughly southeast, and we'll head for HA13, and I'm moving now.
2, moving.
Just confirm you saddled.
2 saddled.
Roger.
1 say heading.
Coming through 150 for about 125.
150. 125.
Yeah, firm. Rolled out now 125, and that puts me roughly on track.
2 is overwatch.
Roger. And I'm looking for a minimum of 200 so that we can manoeuvre if threatened.
200. I'm at 100 AGL for Overwatch. I don't know if that's too much.
I think probably, yeah. I mean, I'm all the way down at 30, so probably 60, 70 should be fine. As long as you can see over me to where threats might come from, I would suggest that's probably right.
Okay, so right now I would like you to do at least the shackle turn so you can confirm your back is clear and there's no enemy ground units in pursuit, at least to the coastline.
2, shackle.
2. Okay, I'm visual on 1K50 high up in the sky on our 6 o'clock.
Sounds like the enemy. Shoot. Clear behind the formation, but I'm blind to you due to height. I can see on Abris that we've crossed, so we'll complete the turn.
Okay, I can't remember how shackled. We do return to the same as we started. Is that how we do it?
Well, we're going to be on the other side now, so I'm now kind of overwatching you. So I've come up, you need to descend because you're closer to the threat.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to do this, so sorry.
That's okay, so a shackle turn is a 30-degree turn into the formation. So if you were on the left, you turn right. If I was on the right, I turn left. We cross paths, and what we're doing is looking on the inside of the formation to the rear, and we're looking for threats the other person might have missed. When we've crossed paths, we do the 30-degree turn to the opposite direction, so we come out on the same heading that we went in on, but we've swapped places in the formation.
Okay, do we call when returning?
Ideally, yeah.
Okay, we can try it again.
Say resume.
I'm ready to do it one more time if you want.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, you were both speaking at the same time. So, Donkey, you want to do it again? Junior, you saying yes? Go ahead, do it.
Yeah, we can do a shackle turn again if you want to.
All right. So, are you saddled? I can see on Abris that you're over my left shoulder. I'm not visual though. Oh, I am visual.
Yeah, 2 saddled.
Roger. Shackle. So that's me on the heading, and I'm now looking to my left. I'm looking behind you, clearing your space behind you. I can see that we've crossed, and so I call resume, and we turn right back on track. So we're looking for 120 degrees.
Okay, I lost visual on you.
That's okay. Regain it.
Visual.
Roger.
I'm coming in ahead of you.
That's okay. Let's just check right a little bit, make sure we're getting the HA and fence out.
Fencing out. Two settled again on your left. One, you still have your gears down.
Thanks. And 2 is fenced out, and fuel state is about 380.
2 is fuel state same. And fenced out.
And 3 is rejoining and I'm switching to Foxmac. 3 Foxmac check.
Lima Charlie, how many?
Same.
Are you rejoining us? 3?
Hey, firm, I'm rejoining, currently entering from the west to holding area 13. Altitude 15 meters.
Roger, we'll set up a right wheel here just so you can rejoin.
I have a visual, you can turn to the left and continue for Aldafra.
Roger, in that case will check left and we'll set a course for Aldafra, and when everybody's ready and established and saddled and happy, then we'll switch to Aldafra Tower.
Where do you want me to rejoin?
Let's go echelon left throughout. Griffin 9, echelon left.
strong left, it is.
1, this is 2, I lost the formation there, I'm rejoining.
Vigil. Rolling out, we'll take 070 degrees.
70.
Griffin, push 126, decimal 2.
Boots 1, this is Tower, Roger, clear for the right hand overhead brake. Call me on the initial.
2 is pushed.
You were clear for the right hand overhead brake, and say again when I need to report, Rouge 2-1.
Call me on the initial.
And we are initial, Rouge 2-1.
Roger, and call me on the
Perfect. And Wilco, Rouge 2-1.
I'll have Tower Griffin 9er.
Griffin 9, Tower, go ahead.
I'll have Tower Griffin 9er is a 3-ship K-50s. We are to the west at about 4 miles, below 100 feet and looking to rejoin.
Griffin, this is Tower, Roger, currently have a 1 flight in the pattern for 3-1 right. Would it be okay to straight in landing from apron 4?
Apron 4's fine.
Roger, set up for the apron 4, winds 350 with 10 knots.
350 at 5, straight into apron 4, and we'll displace slightly right, but remaining clear of the airfield while we do.
Roger.
Rouge 2-1, downwind.
Checking right, everybody padlocked.
Rouge 1, this is Tower, Roger, calling from south.
Rouge 2-1.
Let's scrub this height off, get below 100 feet and stay there. So we're looking for a direct approach to the apron. It will be commanded by me. At some point I'll direct that no further aircraft rebacks are required. All I want you to do is follow me through, and it will be a nice run onto the apron. I'm going to directly approach it perpendicular to the edge of the apron, just so that we can see if there's any lighting or anything like that that we need to be mindful of on the way in.
Rouge 2-1, final gear down lock.
Rouge 1, this is Tower, Roger, winds 350 with
1, recommend smash on and landing lights.
Clear land 3-1 right, Rouge 2-1.
Yeah, I did when I fenced out, but yes, smash on, lights on, landing lights on, get all the lights on, light yourselves up. Checking left. Griffin, gear down. Go! Rolling out.
3 greens.
2, 3 greens.
And 1 is 3 greens also.
Okay, she seems to hate me today.
Who's that? Okay, visual 8 from 4, we're looking for the tarmac just to the left of the shelter buildings, bringing the speed back now, no further aircraft rebacks required. We're going to make an approach over the taxiway. You've got lights to the left, lights to the right. Speed's coming back further, looking for 70. Keeping the
Rouge 2-1, runway vacated, Delta 2, request taxi to apron 1 west.
Rouge 1, this is Tower, Roger, contact, continue taxi on Delta 2 for apron 1 west.
Delta 2, apron 1 west, Rouge 2-1.
push trail. Clear of the lights, sidestepping at right. And we'll take a pedal turn left.
Please, clearing the light.
Fraser Cooper. Hello, mate. I'll shimmy right for you. Touchdown!
Two's on the ground.
And Rush 2-1 is shutting down. Thank you for ATC.
3 on the ground.
Route 1 is Tower Roger. Set up. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
One day, somebody's going to tell me to go to Open 4, and I'm going to say no. Okay, Griffin shut down.
Nope.
Okay, sortie time start was 19:35. Sortie time stamp for ending is 21:05.
Roger. I'm not relieved. I love flying, and whilst I found elements of that challenging, I also thoroughly enjoyed it. So my first time leading K50s didn't kill anyone except Torun, strictly, who sort of died. But I don't really feel like I'm culpable for that. Right, off, leave that. Off, master arm. Off. Oh, I've gone too far. Off. Off. And two's gone already. One's clear and complete, and I'll see you in T-Speak. Right, that'll do for now, stream. Those that came and watched, thank you very much. And I will speak to you all soon.